Everybody, thanks for watching. And just a quick reminder, Stock Market 3 is now available. Like I said, I had to wait for some information to come through as I explained in the video before I put this out. This is really for anybody who is investing in stocks, one, but people who are looking to start up businesses. If you are trying to open a business, if you have an existing business, you want to see this video, you want to get this information as I talked about before. If you have no money, if you have $0, it's going to require you to have very little money to really start up a business. Talked about how I did this with my recording studio. There's so much money out there right now. A lot of people took advantage of PUA, PPP. A lot of people didn't take advantage of the grants and the a lot of the money that's out there for people to grabs from other companies that have funding sources and just looking for the right grant proposal to get this money to. What you don't understand, and anybody who has done this, you know how hard it used to be to get grant money. It was fucking hard. They made it a lot easier. So as we got into in the video, there is a lot of companies that came up when Biden put this money out to help you get this money. So just like how you've seen for people who got PPP, there's companies like Blue Acorn, which we get into all this in the video, that really, that's why people got the money so easy. But there's more to all that, why they had to do it this way. So understand, in that same way, PUA, PPP, there's money for you to get, grants and startup money for business in that same way. It just requires a little bit more work. So now I'm serious about this, and because I've taken advantage of this myself and I know it's real and it's true, other people have as well, I want you guys to get this information. So take advantage now. The first 200 people who get this Stock Market 3 right now, you will also get Stock Market 1 and 2. Now, Stock Market 3 will also come with the entire personal economics collection, all 4 videos. So you will get not only all 3 stock market videos, you will get the entire personal economics video, and you will also get the real law of attraction, which just released, which is also available. All of this for the first 200 people. Remember that the real law of attraction also comes with 2 videos. That's Voodoo and Meditation Volume 1. So you'll get those as well for the first 200 people. So that's about 10 videos total. That's 10 videos that you'll get total just for the first 200 people. And it's probably selling out right now. So I will take advantage of it. Personal economics is a whole bunch of information that you're going to need to understand. But like I said, I talked about some things in Stock Market 3 that kind of reverts back to some of the stuff in there. But when it comes to getting these grants, as I said, my last name is Grant. I'm one of the top dudes when it comes to this. I understand this process. I've gotten many grants. I know how they work. But this opportunity now is unlike any other, because for the first time ever, they're paying companies to help you get the money. And there's a reason behind this, as I said, we talked about in the video. So again, if you are looking to quit your job, because a lot of you are facing this corona thing and you got to get vaccines and a lot of people don't know what to do. If you had an idea to start up a business, or if you're interested in starting up a business, or if you already have an existing business, there is a lot of stuff you qualify for. This is information you're going to want to know. And yeah, we get into the stocks that we talked about in the whole thing. So definitely take advantage of this information. So now, yeah, I got balloons over my shoulder because, yeah, I am the proud, father of a 21-year-old son. And my son turned 21 on the 9th. And he stays here when he comes to Vegas. A little vacation apartment I have for friends and family. But yeah, 21-year-old son. And it's still me trying to process that. I got a 21-year-old son and me thinking about, where I was when I was 21 in the military and all that. But a lot of you guys, I'm seeing so many people who I know that, got kids older than my son. And a lot of people still working and struggling, because once you get into the race, it's like you have to keep up with the whole thing, Once you start working, you got money coming in, now you either got a mortgage or you got an apartment, you done bought stuff and furniture, you've been living there for a while and you're settled in. You lose your job, it's a scramble. And then some people work paycheck to paycheck. The freedom, I was living in an abandoned house, I was poor. Like even when I got out the Navy, it was a struggle through law school and everything like that. I was sleeping on a friend's couch. When I lost my recording studio, I lost my apartment, I lost my Benz. You know, I was surviving off stock, and you know, stuff was rough. And you know, you look at all that stuff, and it's like, damn, me today, looking at 21-year-old son, looking at everything I got, it's like, damn. But what I remember is the fucking work. It's hard work, getting that grant money, all the studying and, you know, looking online and figuring out how to get this money is tough. And then in me, I said to myself, like, I know even if I took the time to put this out, a lot of people are not going to do it because it's a lot of work. It's so much work, especially the business plan. That part hasn't changed much, but, you know, we talk about this in the video, but it's something you have to do. You want to have your grant proposal. But the main thing is if you got PPP, if you got any of that money, PUA, what have you, you've seen how easy it was. And that's the point of the video, for you to understand just how easy it was when you got the PPP or if you got the PUA money. That same process is easy for you to get this grant money and this startup money for your business. It's the same thing. So you have companies like Blue Acorn, as I said, we talked about in the video. You need to know it's other companies like this that exist that's going to help you with everything. They really just need you to exist and be, you know, legit in order, you know, to get this. And it's something that, you know, they're really trying to get minorities, Black people, you know, to really get. And as I said, we talk about this in the video. It's a lot of stuff. It's deep. Make sure you take advantage of it. Like I said, first 200 people, you will get all 3 stock market videos. You will get the whole 4-part of personal economics, as well as the real law of attraction video. First 200 people. So in advance, thank you for supporting. But getting to this video. Again, me getting into the Bible, biblical stuff. And it's more people jumping into the discussion. It's a few people who follow me, my personal page on Facebook, and a few people follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're tripping. If you have an Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram at The Real Merkabah. Follow me. Like I said, I'm not critiquing your page and all that. Just follow me. I put a lot of stuff on there on my Instagram. Make sure you follow. Also, make sure you also subscribe to my second YouTube channel, you know, in case something happened with this one. I also upload these videos on there and information on there as well. But Christianity right now is, you know, it's done. I mean, it's just too much information out there. But you got people that hold on to it, and people who don't want to let go of Jesus, which I was one of those people before. But you got to understand, it's too much common sense information out there for you to still be holding on to this. And I'm talking to the people that's on the fence, because I know a lot of Christians follow me that's just looking for information and want to learn more. So you got to understand, you know, it's no Jesus and what this is. And I'm getting into, you know, so much information on this YouTube channel. It's so much that's out there besides me for you to grasp it now, you know, that it's bullshit. You know, so many different understandings of where Jesus comes from. Jesus is really a metaphor for the sun, but he is, you know, allegorical in so many other things. He is esoteric with so many other things. So understanding that this is a Roman creation. Okay. So when I talked about Jesus' name, and a lot of people point this out with Jesus, you know, Jesus is Jesus. It's the same way you spell Jesus. And Jesus, you know, it's a Spanish name. It's Puerto Rican. I had a friend named Perez de Jesus. Shout out to Perez de Jesus. I was in the Navy with him. And I remember in boot camp, we used to call him, we say praise to Jesus, because his name was Perez de Jesus. But Jesus. And then when I talked about Serapis, and the statue of Serapis also looking like the statue of Zeus, you can understand, as I showed you, them taking the statue of Serapis and giving you Janus. That's proof that they've done this. They used Serapis before to create a Roman god. They did the same thing. They did the same exact thing when they created Jesus. So, you know, hail Zeus. When people seen that, a lot of people didn't put it together. It's Jesus. Jesus. Hail Zeus. Hail Zeus. It's not hard to understand, especially when you understand Spanish is a Romanist language. So you have the Roman Jesus, and we have Jesus and Jesus spelled exactly the same. It's too easy for people. That's why they don't want to accept it, because it sounds so easy. It's like it's a play on words. But you have to understand that English language was created to coincide with Christianity, just like Arabic was created for Islam, same way that Hebrew was created for Judaism. So somebody posted the meme with the whole Hail Zeus thing, and there was a bunch of Christians chiming in on it, and they had, just funny stuff to say and this and that, and how stupid we is, and so on and so forth. But they don't want to, mention the fact that they believe in talking snakes and donkeys. But to me, it's like, how this is one that's it's an easy one. Hail Zeus, Jesus. I think it's a coincidence they sound alike, and that Spanish is a Romanist language, and Rome gave us Jesus. That's where the stuff came from. So the Serapis thing, which a lot of people hit me about that, because it's so many things with Serapis that people talk about, and it's like some people say, well, no, it's not Jesus. It's people who really think that, oh no, we're saying that Serapis, they stole him and he's Jesus, it's the same person, and so on and so forth. We're saying no. The whole point is that we have proof that they created a God in their image before Jesus and forced us to worship him. That's the point. It's not that we're trying to make it and say he's Jesus and he's a copy. And now forget all that. He is a copy, but the major point here is it's proof that they created an image for us to worship before Jesus. And then it just so happened that the image of Jesus looked like this guy. And that we have on record also that they used this guy to come up with other Roman gods. And then a lot of people don't understand history. And yeah, of course, we know Greece was black. We know Rome was black. Understand that. But they took over. And then this stuff was established. So if all this stuff happened, right? All this deception, all this conquest of what happened, how could you sit there and still believe in the book that was given to you by the people who stole everything from you? I'm trying to figure this out. Don't even forget the slavery part. Just even before slavery. Because then the argument is going to be, well, we didn't just have the Bible, during slavery. We had the Bible before slavery. And yes, that's true. We had the Bible before slavery that was scarcely taught in different, cities and countries in Africa. And the whole thing was, people always go back to the Ethiopian Bible. We had that first. And again, the Ethiopian Bible is not our Bible. It was given to us by a Byzantine royal named Abagarima. And that was copied from a Greek manuscript. So understand, just because it was in Ethiopia, it does not predate the oldest biblical manuscripts that we have. It just so happens that we have it in Ethiopia. And then we understand what took place. We know what happened with the Aksum Empire, what the Romans did to them, but they did to Haile Selassie, and how they've been stealing from Ethiopia for a long time. These people were indoctrinated. The monastery in Ethiopia is named after Abagarima, that Byzantine royal who gave them the Ethiopian Bible. And it also occurred to me that a lot of people like to, talk about Ethiopia because it's where we get the Book of Enoch. And we get it from James Bruce. And a lot of people are really into the Book of Enoch, and they don't want to let it go. They don't want to understand what that is. And it's something I talked about in a previous video about the Book of Enoch and James Bruce, the man who gave it to us. And James Bruce, who before the Book of Enoch came out, it was only spoken about. Nobody had it. And the whole thing was this, years went by, just a rumor. This dude goes to Ethiopia. He's there for about 6-7 years. And then he just all of a sudden walks out of Ethiopia with not one, not two, but 3 copies of the Book of Enoch. And those books are copied from a Greek manuscript from what researchers say. But the whole thing is James Bruce was a Mason. James Bruce already spoke Ge'ez when he went into Ethiopia, which is the language they speak. So he already knew how to read and write in Ethiopian Ge'ez language. And it's very clear that he could have wrote the books. Now, when he came out, he didn't say where he got the books from. He didn't say nothing about who did the translation. The books haven't been really thoroughly examined. You just, boom, you have these books, and then they begin to copy, them from supposedly from those. We don't even know for sure if they copy from those books. We begin to get the English translations later with the whole spooky story. We know it was a Book of Enoch that was brought up in the 17th, 18th century that was proven to be fake. So